What's going on, everyone? Talen here, and welcome to another uniform review video. Alright, so we have the Love and Thunder update here for Thor and Jane Foster. And we also got Valkyrie here, so 3 new uniforms. So we'll be taking a look at those in this video here. We'll be starting off with Thor, just because he is first on the list here. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a look. So Thor looking pretty good. I like this uniform, actually. It's because it's something a little bit different. We got the blue on there, which looks really nice. Yeah, none of his other uniforms are that kind of colorful, so that looks pretty nice. So yeah, let's see what the uniform is going to do. It's going to change his passives. It's to be expected. Get a 15% chain hit, which I think is only 10% before, right? Yeah, it was only 10% before and 25% decrease. So now we're getting increased skill damage by 20% and bonus damage by 20%. So that's new. And then we're getting an extra 5% for the decreased damage received. And then here's all the skill changes. All right, so it's listing the tier 3 as a skill change. Why is it listing the tier 3 as a skill change? Did it actually change? All this looks the same to me. We have the penetration, we have the all defense down, or is that just something new that they're... I think that's just something new that they're doing. They're just listing all the skills here now, because I remember reading that in the patch notes that they're going to list the passives and leaderships now in here if they change. I don't see the leadership though. I mean, his leadership didn't change, but anyway, tier 2 passive. So 70% penetration is the same. 65%. Was it always 65%? I don't think it was. It was, oh no, it was 65. Interesting. I guess I haven't used Thor in a while here. And then we've got ignore dodge 35%, 25% lightning. I probably should have double checked these before. Yeah, it was only lightning before. All right, so that ignore dodge, really nice. I love when we have ignore dodge built into uniforms, because it saves you from having to use either strikers or having a CTP of energy on them. It's just really nice because ignore dodge is just becoming more and more valuable as the game goes on. We have no notable changes there for the first skill. Second skill looks like it's the same. It still has the V-pad movement. Third skill, we still got the lightning resist down. We still got the guard hit. Fourth skill, we have the lightning resist. We got the shock. We still have our heal. And we've got that buff there, which it might have gone up by a little bit. Maybe it was like 60% on the old uniform, but now we get maybe 65%. Fifth skill, got the accumulation, invincibility. I think the accumulation's a little better. I think it used to be only a 60%. Now it's 80%. I used to have it on the fourth skill. Yeah, so it went from 60 to 80. So we have a little bit more accumulation, so that's nice. Let's go ahead and hop into the skill preview here and see what the uniform actually looks like, or the skill animations. First skill, kind of just basic, nothing too crazy there. Second skill, that's pretty much the same, isn't it? I think it's the same. Third skill. Third skill also is pretty much the same, maybe better tracking on the lightning pillars, possibly. All right, the fourth skill. So now this is not a hold to charge skill. Okay, so we have just nice attack animation going on here. So he goes in and out on iframe. So he starts in an iframe, but then, yeah, like most of the skill right there in the middle, he's not in an iframe. And he doesn't get the invincibility from this skill, I believe. Yeah, it was the fifth skill that gives him invincibility. And now the fifth skill, iframe, jumps up, and then it calls in some lightning. Okay. Doesn't look like we can cancel any of these, so I don't think we'll be able to do like that 5-4 cancel and get some damage, because we do that. Interesting. So it looks like we can't cancel skills anymore, because what do we miss out on? Get that. Yeah, we don't get the lightning there. Or that. Interesting. We have no protection. We can do... We get the guard hit, and then we can go into the fourth skill. And I at least have that guard hit to protect us. Because I don't think we really want to cancel either of these. They both look like they give a lot of damage. The fifth skill now gives us the accumulation, though. So we do want to use that. So maybe proc on the 5th skill, and then for the next rotation, do 3, 4 or something like that. So probably do 5 as your opening. Just let it play out, do the 5th skill, get your damage, and then go into 3 and then 4, and then kind of just repeat the process. And then maybe 2 if you need to kind of get out of jail free card right there, because you have an iframe and it can be maneuvered with the V-pad. So that's kind of what I'm getting there. Now let's see if the tier 3 has changed at all. Oh, it is a little bit different, isn't it? He's got like more of a wind up, because normally he just jumped up into there right away, didn't he? I'm pretty sure he jumped up in the air right away and didn't kind of like stand there for a little bit. So that could be new. Yeah, and he has his tier 4 there, as you can see. So he did get an upgrade for the update here. Which is actually pretty nice, because I do like Thor, so I might work towards getting him to tier 4. I already have him at tier 3. I am going to be buying this uniform, because I am curious to see if it is actually better than the other uniform. It should be better, but I don't know. The fact that you can't cancel those skills to kind of combine them kind of worries me a little bit, but you know what? Let's go ahead and test that. There'll be timestamps below, so you can skip ahead to Jane's uniform if you want to see that one. But right now we're going to do a little bit of testing with Thor to see this uniform's damage versus this uniform's damage. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. All right, here we are over at Null. This is a team I had just thrown him in just because I was trying to get his potential there for today. I didn't really get too much, got 25%. So I think that's the lowest you can get. I had a support in here for Warlock, but I just put in Thor instead. So we're just going to be testing out his damage, so it doesn't really matter if we have a support in there or not. I think we're just on stage 2 right now. Yeah, we're just on stage 2. All right, so let's see what kind of damage we get with him. Okay, so it gets down to 52 bars there with just his 5-4 combo. I'll do that again. And then we do that, and we go there. And then we can maybe run away. Oh, not quite. So yeah, let's see how long it takes to get him off the throne. So we got snared once. We're not going to use the tier 3 because I don't want that to kind of skew the results here. I just want to use the regular rotation. Okay, so we are going to need to do one more here, so just do that. All right, so about 416, 417. So now let's equip the other uniform and see what we can get. All right, so now that we have the new uniform equipped, let's see if we're going to see a lot more damage or not. I'm hoping we do. So we need to remember 5 has the accumulation, so I don't want to be activating my... I have a CTP of Judgment on him, so I don't want to be activating the Judgment unless we have the 5th skill going. You know what? We want to... Yeah, the 4th skill does a lot, so we might just want to be canceling the 5th skill just to get the accumulation and then going into like 3-4 or something like that maybe. Because the 5th skill didn't seem to hit very hard, so I think we're just going to do that. Yeah, that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. We got snared twice. Okay. So now, because look, the 5th skill, we let it play out. Yeah, it just doesn't do much damage. That's still exactly the same. 416, 417. So let's try not to let the 5th skill play out at all. So we're just going to do 5 for the accumulation and the buffs. And then we're going to do 3-4 for the damage. Because that seemed to be good. So get our accumulation going, and then we just do that. I don't think I didn't let 3 play out long enough. Whoops. We could be using 2 right there, I guess, to get some damage in between. So that was my mistake. Alright, so let's do this again. Actually get the pillars from 3. And then we can go into 2. We're going to get snared again. Okay. Not seeing a big increase in damage, though. So, I mean, that was a bit better, but we're seeing like, what, maybe like a 5-second increase in speed here? I don't know, I'm not really convinced. maybe we got to try it on like a higher stage or something. Let's go up to like stage 9. Stage 9 still has no requirements. Let's see what he can do there on stage 9. So I feel like he should be getting more of an upgrade than this. I mean, I know this uniform's only at normal, the other one's at mythic, but so maybe we'll see a bigger difference here. Okay, we're doing good so far. Ah, no, we got snared. Alright, come on, Thor. Let's get some damage in here. What happened to the damage there? What the heck? It looked like our CTP had activated, but didn't see nearly as much damage as we're seeing for the other things. There we go. Maybe, do you have to let 5 play out part way to get the accumulation? So I think you don't want to instant cancel 5 maybe. That could be what's going on. So it's taken over a minute. Hey, stop knocking me back. So over a minute so far. Almost. Alright, come on. Let's just do this. Alright, 335. Let's equip the other one now. Alright, so now we got the other uniform equipped, or the old uniform. And let's see what we can get here. Hopefully it's going to be more than 5 seconds slower. Oh yeah, the fourth skill is on such a long cooldown. That's right, I was always doing 5-2 in this one. Okay, we're gonna get snared here. We got snared once, I think, with the other run through. Oh, not get hit by that. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. It was like, what, 335 is what we had last time, or 337? Alright, yeah, we didn't get snared twice, so I think it was just once, so we're gonna avoid that. Okay. I mean, so far it's not looking good for that new uniform. Ow, stop knocking me backwards. It's getting a little annoying, I'll tell you. Okay, no, now we're cutting into... Alright, dude, can you relax with that? I feel like we weren't getting knocked back nearly as much with the other uniform, though. I will say that. Can he just chill for a second here? Okay, so we are going to need to go for another rotation here. Almost there, though. Okay, so yeah, now I'm seeing more of a difference. Now it's more like 30 seconds. Okay. Alright, so I guess the new uniform is a bit better. Once you start getting to higher stages, I start noticing more of a power gap. So that's good to know. Like I said, I do plan on getting Thor to tier 4. Right now I'm in the process of getting Moon Knight there. I have a few of the books needed for Moon Knight, so he's probably going to be on my first one, and then Thor will be my second one. But anyway, that is going to be Thor's Love and Thunder uniform. Again, it looks good, but it doesn't seem like a very big upgrade from the Herald of Thunder. I mean, 30 seconds, I guess, on stage 9 is starting to really add up. So I guess it depends on how high a stage you're working with. That seems to be you seem to be getting more benefit from the new uniform the higher you go up in the stages. And I can still upgrade it to Mythic. So you know what? Actually, it does seem like a pretty good upgrade now that I think about it. So anyway, that's Thor. So now we're going to move on to Jane. Alright, so now for Jane. So let's go ahead and take a look here at Jane Foster, and she is going to be getting her tier 3 with this update. So that's actually pretty cool, because I mean, this is her first uniform. I'm kind of surprised by that, but I even used her a lot just like this, as is, because she never had a uniform. So I've been using her for a while in Shadowlands. She's just kind of fun to use, and I don't know. I've always liked her. I like characters with elemental skills too, so that's probably a bias going on there, because I just like the animations. They just look really cool. I have all that lightning flying around. So we have 6 skill changes. Uniform bonus is going to be change skill Thunder Might, which one is that? The 4-star passive. So her tier 2 passive's not changing. I don't remember what her tier 2 passive is. And then she's going to get crit damage increase by 30% and decreased damage received from supervillains by 35%. Okay, I mean, nothing too crazy there. So let's see what her passive is. Now it applies to allies with shock abilities. Ignore dodge by 30%. Very good. And increase lightning damage by 40%. Okay, so she's got a support passive going on here. I'm hoping that's not going to be her main focus is support. I would like her to be a good standalone character, because I do want to get her to tier 3. Alright, so nothing special in the first skill. Second skill, nothing special. Third skill. Alright, so third skill, we got accumulation. So that's a good start. They did give her accumulation. It's a little bit better than Thor's. So we have a 100% increase to attack here for this accumulation instead of 80, which was Thor's. Fourth skill, we do have a heal. That's the first thing I see. That's really good. We have damage immunity for 7 seconds. Increase basic attack by 40%. Okay. And then the fifth skill, we've got all defense down by minus 50%. And penetrate lightning immunity. Okay. All attack, all defense, 50%. Speed, 10%. And crit rate by 20%. Interesting. Let's go ahead and take a look at the skill animations here. She does have quite a few things going for her with this uniform. She's got a heal, she's got immunity, she's got the accumulation, so that's good. So far these are very similar to her, well, kind of similar to her previous skills, so nothing too crazy there. Okay, we do have an iframe here. Interesting. Okay, so it calls down a hammer, and they'll get kind of this vortex going on. That's pretty cool. Fourth skill. Okay, kind of a long animation. And just like Thor, she's going in and out of the iframe. So the whole middle chunk of the skill, she's out of an iframe. But luckily, it's a shorter time out of the iframe than Thor's. But it's a longer skill animation. Alright, so fifth skill. Okay, fifth skill's a full iframe. We get a lot of stuff going on there. She has a summon that comes in. That one looks like it should be cancelable. So, okay, can't cancel that right away. So I'm thinking maybe it's something like 3, 5, 4. So let's do this, and then do that. How does that work? That looks pretty good to me. So delay on this. So we want to wait till we fly up, and then we do that. We get our vortex. We've got the she summons in Thor. That's who that is. I don't know why I thought that was just a duplicate of herself. I thought she summoned in another Jane Foster. I was like, what? This ain't no multiverse yet for you. Alright, so let's go. Yeah, I'm thinking that's probably the best rotation. And I actually haven't seen her tier 3 yet, so let's see what that is for the first time here. Tier 3, go. Okay, iframe, oops, slams up. Lots of throwing the hammer, smashing into the ground. It's a pretty long animation compared to Thor's, that's for sure. It's pretty cool though. I like that animation there for that tier 3. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be getting her to tier 3. So let's go ahead and buy this uniform. I definitely want this uniform. It looks really good. Again, this is her first uniform, so it's gonna be a major upgrade for her. So no matter how you look at it, if you want to use Jane Foster, then definitely pick up this uniform. If you have no interest in using her, then of course you can skip the uniform, because I don't think she's going to become like meta or anything like that. The only way that maybe she'd be getting a lot of use is if Thor's tier 4 is just like super crazy good, and you want to use her as support to get a team up bonus and the lightning ally bonus here, which would get some dodge, ignore, and lightning damage. So that might be her main use. I'm hoping she's going to be really strong standalone, but I have to wait until I get her to tier 3 to kind of test that out. I just barely got her to level 70 today, so she's not ready to tier 3, so I won't be showing that in that video, in this video here, but I will have another video up at some point of me tier 3ing her. So that is Jane Foster. So now we're moving on to Valkyrie. So let's see what Valkyrie's got here with her new uniform. So she's going some dreadlocks here, so went from black hair or brown hair to golden blonde back to black hair. So yeah, we got change is leader of the Valkyries and shield maiden of Asgard. We've got increased guaranteed dodge by 30%, skill damage 30, bonus damage 30, and decreased damage received by 30. Did she always have that on this one? No, it was just a skill and bonus. Okay, so the guaranteed dodge and the decreased damage received is new. And now the main thing is going to be her passive here. So her tier 2 passive, ignore dodge 35%, increased damage super villains by 55%, and decreased damage received by 25% from super villains. So we have what, a 5% increase. It used to be 30% ignore dodge, and it used to be 50% to super villains with this uniform. So not a huge upgrade, only 5%. 4-star passive is the same. Got nothing there. We have all this looks the same. No, she has a little bit more accumulation. I think it used to be 1%, now it's 1.1%, so she gets extra 10% attack. Extra 10% attack there. Invincibility. She doesn't have any summons anymore. Ignore targeting. She always had ignore targeting. Interesting. 15% heal. Did she have a heal before? I think she did. I used her just only as support. No, she didn't have a heal before. It was a guard hit. Okay, so now I went from a guard hit to a heal. That is definitely a lot better. Let's hop into skill preview. See what these skills look like here, but I'm pretty sure I'm still just going to be using her as a support. I know she actually could do decent damage with her old uniform. If you put a CTP of Rage on her, she could actually do pretty good, but I just have a CTP of Insight on her, so I just use her only as support. So nothing too crazy with her skill animations here. Oh, that one's really cool, though. I like that 5th skill. Nothing that tells me she's going to do significantly more damage, though, than she used to. I mean, she's probably going to do more damage, but it doesn't look like it's going to be a lot. So if you're using her as a DPS, I don't think you're going to see much of an upgrade. Maybe half of what we saw with Thor. So maybe she'll get like a 15-second to 20-second increase in her times, whereas Thor was more like a 30 to 35%, or 30 to 35-second increase is what I'm trying to say here. So I mean, I don't have the crystals anyway, but I am going to be skipping this uniform just because I don't think it's a big enough upgrade, especially since I only use her as support. That extra 5% on these two I don't think is going to be super noticeable. So I will be passing. I will probably be keeping my eye out, though, to see if she's going to be a really hard hitter with this uniform. And maybe I was wrong about that, and she actually does get a more substantial damage boost. Then maybe I might look at getting this uniform, but I don't really see myself switching her from support to DPS just because I really like having her as support for my other DPSs. So I kind of want to keep a CTP of Insight on her. But yeah, so that's going to be the new uniforms here for Thor, Love, and Thunder. They look pretty good overall. I think that Thor and Jane definitely got the biggest. Well, Jane didn't have a uniform, so her upgrade is just, you know, can't really compare it because she doesn't have anything recent. So it's going to be a massive upgrade. It's like a brand new character for her. For Thor, again, it looks like a good upgrade, but not great. Valkyrie, again, just looks subpar to maybe good in terms of upgrades. I'm not super impressed overall with the kind of power bumps that I'm seeing with the uniforms. I do like the actual looks of the uniforms, so they look cool. I like the skill animations, so those are good. I like those, but again, I don't think the uniforms themselves are much of an upgrade for the characters, except for Jane, because she never had one. So that's going to be it for this video here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and of course I will catch you in the next one.